All right, Zach, we are back in action. Singles contest. Andres Reyes taking on the Southern Brute, Chris Mason, in this non-title matchup.
And I'm excited to see Chris Mason back in action.
Me too. Last time he was in action was in October at Proving Ground. Defended his title in a Texas bull rope match against Colt Manson.
Yes, Colt Manson, and I guess you would say historically that has been the Achilles heel of Chris Mason. But obviously, as we saw at Proving Ground, it was not. It was his, I guess you would say, it helped him in a way. And Colt Manson, as we stated, was defeated there. And speaking of which, he's not happy with either one of us right now, Donnie.
No, he is not. And Andres Reyes, been a little while since we've seen Andres here in the CWF. Was last time was here was in the June edition of Voltage, where he faced off against Jay Blanchard in a losing effort. And once again, congratulations to Jay Blanchard for that surprise victory. And the Southern Brute, Chris Mason, cocky guy, very proud of his strength. Not malicious, though, per se, until you get on his bad side.
Correct. Until you get on his bad side, then all malicious intent is on purpose, I guess you would say, and he will hurt you. And
Andres Reyes trying to trip the bigger man, trying to take down those legs are pretty much the base for all of Chris Mason's offense.
I would say it's a smart idea, but the way he's going about it, I'm not sure is super wise, because you see Chris Mason just keeps shoving him off with that strength of his. And
well, Chris Mason is a seasoned veteran. He knows what people are going to try to do to take him out. They're going to try to attack his legs, going to try to attack his feet, going to try to get him down to the mat where, his height advantage is neutralized. Perhaps not his strength advantage, but here's the thing. You got to get him down there first, and that's not done easily.
No, that's not done easily, Donnie, and it's kind of like chopping down a redwood. It's just almost impossible for the most part.
Ooh, a shove there from Reyes.
It's,
Chris Mason is like, oh, we're really going to do this? Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bold move there.
Now, that was just a light shove from Chris, and you saw how much distance he got. Ooh, catching that big boot there, and Reyes now concentrating on that left leg.
Wrenching the knee there a little bit.
Actually able to get Chris down. Chris now on one foot. Going for the pin here. Chris able to kick, not even a one count.
Yeah, well, we know what Chris Mason, what it takes to put him down. And so we know that right there is not even close to what it takes to put that man down.
Reyes bouncing off the ropes, going right into the open arms of Chris Mason.
And Chris is carrying him around like, hey, Chris, a sack of potatoes.
Thrown him over like a sack of potatoes.
That was a beautiful fall-away slam, Donnie. Chris Mason showing off that strength that you were alluding to earlier. And now just slowly stalking.
Chris Mason, easily the most physically imposing person on the roster not named Moose, who will be in action later tonight in a world championship matchup against the defending champion, the Vision Orion. And now
I have to agree, he is probably the most physically imposing person on this roster other than Moose tonight. And
Irish whipping Reyes into the corner there. Reyes now going to the outside. You've seen clutching onto that back that was eating the forearms of Chris Mason.
Yeah, that's a wise decision on his part to roll out the ring as well.
Chris just kind of waiting for him to get back in the ring. No hurry. Ooh. Very smart of Reyes, though. Reyes is concentrating once again on that. Ooh.
I'm not sure, though. Now the ground and pound of Chris Mason is all on Mr. Reyes, and I'm not sure if he's
going for the pin attempt here. Only a one count, but the pain is mounting on that back there of Reyes. Reyes is a high flyer. He depends on those vertebrae to bend and twist in ways you wouldn't normally expect to give his onslaught.
Something else I can personally attest to is pain. Ooh, beautiful suplex there by Chris Mason.
More pain being laid onto that spine. Reyes able to kick out.
We got a 2 count that time there, Donnie, and I can personally tell you lower back pain is no joke. That is, it's hard to fight through that pain, Donnie. Seems as Chris is slowly stalking him.
Well, Chris has plenty of experience. He's faced high flyers and quicksters before. He knows how to use his strength to neutralize them.
And as we saw, Reyes going back to that knee he attacked earlier, and that was a vicious punch there. And
Oh, but an even more vicious punch from Chris. But you see, Chris gets back up and he shakes it off. That's what 270-pound frame can do for you. It can just absorb all that damage. You can just keep on going.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Donnie. Built like a Mack truck is what more like it.
Going for another suplex.
That will definitely reverberate the spine, Donnie. Oh, and another close 2 count there.
Yeah, Reyes still able to kick out. You know, it's been several months since Reyes has been here in the CWF. He really wants to make an impact here on his return and pick up a big win. And, you know, what better way to do it than against the D1 champion in a non-title matchup? He gets that victory. It's like we keep talking about. Being a champion in a non-title matchup, you're probably first in line to get a title shot.
Well, Donnie, and as we saw, he is making an impact. Maybe not the impact he wants to make.
No, he's certainly making an impact. Case in point right here. No. Stopping it. Going for the small package. Could we have an upset? No.
Oh. That was another close 2 count, Donnie, and that was almost an upset, I guess you would say.
For the longest time, Chris Mason prided himself on being unpinned here in the CWF. It has happened, but happened very sparingly and very rarely.
And that was another brutal.
Keep it. Speaking of pins.
Oh, another 2 count.
Andres Reyes able to kick out.
Seems that the audience thought that was a 3 count. The referee says 2, and we are led to believe and trust in our refs.
We talked about he hasn't been here since June. Reyes been going all over the world. Up and over there he went. Saw Chris Mason coming. Chris Mason crashing into that turnbuckle, into that steel post. Reyes, you know, he's been going all over the country as well as Canada, making a name for himself, picking up more experience. Really wanted to be ready and willing when he got back here to the CWF. And we got to give him his props. He's really holding his own against Chris Mason. Not many people have been able to do that in normal sanctioned matches.
You're not wrong, Donnie, but I'm wondering how that back's going to continue to hold up. He's clutching that back, is definitely in pain. And so as they lock up here in the middle of the ring.
Pushed into the ropes. Colliding into Chris Mason once again, just hitting him right there in the bend of the knee.
I'm not sure if that's...
Chris Mason knows what he's about. From the bottom rope! Hitting on that knee. Going for it, connected! Connected with the lightning blade there. Going to go for the pin attempt. 2, 3. Did he get it? Was that a 3? No, that was only a 2 count.
That was a 2 count.
Only a 2 count.
It seems as if there was a close 2 count there, Donnie, and
very close 2 count. I almost thought it was 3 there. Our referee assuring us it wasn't.
Yeah.
Reyes going to go for the lightning blade again, but no! Cut! No, excuse me, cut Chris Mason instead. Chris Mason was... No, Chris Mason cut him. I don't know who got the worst, but going for the pin there, and no! Only a 2 count. I'm not sure who got the worst of that exchange there.
I'm not either. And it seems as Chris is shaking that left hand, I wonder if that is from the impact on that steel post there, Donnie, earlier we saw. And it seems...
Well, that running knee to a down opponent, Reyes calls it the lightning blade. It's one of the most vicious maneuvers in his arsenal. I've seen some of his footage. He's putting a lot of men away with that. But, you know, Chris Mason not in position right now.
And it seems... Oh, Chris Mason locking in a bear hug.
Good old-fashioned bear hug, simple but very effective. Might as well be caught in a steel vise.
And he's in the middle of the ring. He has nowhere to go, Donnie.
That damage has been done, as we've been talking about, to the vertebrae of Reyes.
That lower back has got to be in some serious pain, and I can only imagine, as powerful as Chris Mason is, how that feels. Reyes seems to not want to tap out, and he's fighting back with elbows to the back of the head and breaks the hold.
Yeah, Chris Mason, of course, breaks the hold there. But now, beautiful kick there from Reyes.
Caught him on the side of the head, staggering the big Chris Mason. And it seems as Reyes went for a brute force, Donnie.
Brute force right onto Reyes. That's all she wrote. 3. showing. A good showing from Andres Reyes, but still, Chris Mason picking up the victory in this non-title matchup.
It's almost as Chris Mason was methodical in taking out that lower back of Reyes, trying to keep the high flyer down. It's almost like Chris Mason watched footage of his own to see how he put his opponents away, and Chris Mason continued to target that lower back. And I got to say, I'm very impressed with that win, Donnie. Reyes came out, he tried to show up something strong and show, hey, I'm here, and he still fell short. But as we have a great
as we're
display
seeing
of
in the ring right there,
sportsmanship.
extending the hand in good sportsmanship. And Reyes not sure if he wants to take it.
Yeah,
And there it is, a show of respect from Chris Mason. Trust me, if you get the Southern Brutes respect, that's a victory unto itself.
You are not wrong, Donnie, and that was a good showing on both parts. Mr. Reyes, Chris Mason just had the upper hand. And
well, ladies and gentlemen, up next.
Oh.
And wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Dirk Darkson, the #1 contender for the CWF D1 Championship, eyeing down Chris Mason.
Seems as his mentor here is kind of holding him back a little bit.
Zachary Magnus, the career coach for Dirk Darkson.
Yeah, the career coach is telling him it's not worth it. It's not his time, but Dirk wants it now.
Chris Mason always ready to defend his title, saying, come on, let's go right here, right now.
And as we watch this unfold, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Neither am I. Is Dirk going to pick another day?
I'm guessing
Looks like he's going to do that.
Chris Mason boldly telling him, come and get it.
Wise choice by Dirk Darkson, if you ask me.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Donnie. That was a very wise choice. But, I mean, Chris Mason has already been through one match. Now might be his best opportunity.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dirk Darkson versus Chris Mason. That is a match that will be coming up later. But speaking of title matches, up next, it is our main event as the Vision Orion defends the CWF World Championship against TNA's Moose. Go ahead.
And I am excited for this match, Donnie. The last time Moose was here, he was, I guess, defeated by Flow and Flow Enterprise. And so tonight, I'm wondering how this is going to go. I'm excited for this match, Donnie.
Well, Orion has had a month to rest up. Last defended the title successfully at Proving Ground. But will he be able to defend it tonight successfully against TNA's Moose, one of the most physically imposing men on the roster?